The Hearthstone Heroes of Warcraft beta begins. Forge is heading free-to-play. The Warhammer 40k universe is getting its own trading card game. The studio behind Eden Eternal announces Aura Kingdom. A Starcraft MMO heads to Kickstarter, and more on this week's episode of Free-to-Play Weekly. Forge, a class-based third-person fantasy shooter which was originally released buy-to-play, has made the switch to free-to-play. Forge is what you would call a mix of ability-style combat found in most free-aiming action MMOs, with the movement fluidity of something like guns. With Forge, you basically get all the fluid PvP combat action without the MMO. Players need to only worry about their personal skills and not what items or upgrades their enemies possesses. In a news post on the official Forge website, the developers stated that they would like to stand by on their commitment of leaving Forge a not pay-to-win type of game. Items in stores are cosmetic, and they hope to add customization to cosmetic items in the future as well. As of presently, they offer armor sets and XP boosts in their item store. Their cash shop will have different items priced for all types of players. Some will be priced for the first purchase player, and some higher priced for more exclusive items. They will also take into consideration the amount of time you play, so certain items can be unlocked after a certain amount of games played. Darkveil Games is hoping to get Forge switched over in an upcoming patch sometime in the next week. So, does Forge interest you? Games Workshop just recently announced a new turn-based trading card game based on the company's popular Warhammer 40k series. Warhammer 40k Space Wolf is a collectible card game where players will be able to build their own decks and participate in turn-based battles. The cards themselves act as orders for your Space Marines, who will be represented in-game with awesome 3D models and environments. After winning a match, players will unlock shiny new weapons, bonuses, and cards to continue improving their deck and units. HeroCraft, the developers behind Space Wolf, are also providing players with a single-player campaign containing branching storylines set against the Worldbearers and Necrons. Players will get the chance to choose between the Grey Hunter, Wolf Scout, Bloodclaw, or Wolfguard strategic paths, each presenting their own tactics and style of play. Warhammer 40k Space Wolf will launch in 2014 on iOS, Android, and PC. X-Legend, the Taiwan-based studio responsible for both the very successful Grand Fantasia and Eden Eternal, are releasing yet another anime MMO called Aura Kingdom. The MMO's main angle lies in its interactive companions. Like traditional pet systems found in other MMOs, Aura Kingdom's companions can level up. They can unlock new abilities and even join in on players' special combo attacks. The companions can even remember past conquests and frequently reminisce with their players about previous events. Remember that time we failed that quest? The combat in Aura Kingdom will be a mix of tab target styled aiming with extremely mobile attacks. Players initially get to choose one of the 8 classes in-game, but can later opt to use the second class's weapon type as well. Aura Kingdom will have the same diversity amongst classes like Eden Eternal, and players are encouraged to swap skills often, experiment on different strategies, and finding ones that fit their playstyle. X-Legend will be once again teaming up with Area Games to publish Aura Kingdom, with closed beta signups now live on their official site. Blizzard has announced that their free-to-play card game Hearthstone Heroes of Warcraft has begun closed beta testing on both PC and Mac. Beta access is being granted in waves, with the first batch having already been sent out. The beta isn't under NDA, which means testers can stream and post videos of the game. Those interested can sign up by visiting their official site. Even though all progress will be wiped after the beta ends, Blizzard is already letting players purchase cards in the Hearthstone's cash shop using real money. Blizzard claims that once Hearthstone goes live, they will refund players who made a purchase from the in-game store with gold credit equivalent to their purchases. Anyone who purchased anything during the beta will also receive a gold legendary card. Ooh, gold. You can look forward to Hearthstone being released sometime this year. A fan-made StarCraft MMO mod named StarCraft Universe is making its way into Kickstarter with full permission from Blizzard. Like many other recent MMOs, StarCraft Universe will have players moving around in third person with a limited action bar of abilities. The game is currently limited to 6 players per mod instance due to StarCraft 2 party size limitations. Beyond those differences, it shares similarities to the RPG portion of an MMORPG, like leveling and item progression. When players first join, they can choose from multiple classes which fall under the Terran and Protoss races, with Zerg unlocked if the project reaches its first stretch goal. A demo of the single-player beta is now available and will let you explore the game's prologue. If the game is completed, all you would need is a free starter edition of StarCraft, making StarCraft Universe completely free to play. So, what are your opinions on this project? Would you support it? You want to play it? A recent blog post has revealed Snail Game's introduction of a brilliant time-based monetization model for Black Gold. Players will be able to choose when they want to pay for their earned loot. Oh, how generous. Players will be able to select a time frame every 1, 2, 4, or 6 hours for automatically saving their progress. The players will be able to loot their basic material immediately, but the rare gun and materials will only be looted if the player decides to purchase save files. Now, save files can be purchased using in-game credits, but Snail Games also included a lucky draw system, which has a chance to lower the cost or even make it free. As you can imagine, this raises huge concerns because although players will only be asked to pay for rare materials and high-level equipment, this also means that only people who pay for their endgame gear are going to actually progress once they reach level cap. I don't think this payment model will be received too kindly by fans. You know when you watched Yu-Gi-Oh! And you wish trading card games were actually like that? Well, Combat Monsters is gonna make your inner little boy dreams come true. Combat Monsters is a cross-platform collectible trading card game that forgoes the usual 2D representation in favor of using actual 3D models. Like Magic the Gathering, players in Combat Monsters can choose a theme and then build a deck from the hundreds of cards available. Matches are set to support up to 6 players for chaotic action not usually seen in traditional trading card games. Rubicon, the developer behind Combat Monsters, have mentioned players will be able to play on mobile devices against their PC companions. Coming from the game's Steam Greenlight description, the developers talk about a pay-what-you-want model for Combat Monsters. The developers say it's like a free-to-play, only more honest. You get a load of cards to play for free, and you can earn more throughout continued play. This allows you to try the game for a while and decide if it's worth some coin. You can then decide whether to buy some booster packs to expand your collection quickly. Combat Monsters Open Beta is set to begin on August 21st. You can find out more details by visiting their Steam Greenlight page. And the game of the week is S4 League. S4 League is a stylish third-person shooter which seamlessly blends non-stop shooter action with inspired anime visuals. The game lets players maneuver freely across colorful levels with stunning precision and grace. S4 League lets players customize their characters by equipping special items, equipment, and weapons which alter their character's playstyle. Weapons can range from long-range railguns to close and personal daggers. Certain pieces of equipment will grant players special acrobatic abilities, while others may provide bonuses such as extra increased health or faster reload speed. As players play matches, they can earn in-game credits to purchase new item upgrades. S4 League has 6 game modes to offer, including Touchdown and Chaser, which deviate from the standard deathmatch modes found in other shooters. So, if you're looking for a visually appealing third-person shooter with low system requirements, a huge amount of impactful customization options, and gameplay that is as fast as it is furious, then be sure to check out S4 League. That is going to be all on this week's episode of Free-to-Play Weekly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below. And be sure to head over to MMOBomb.com for more free-to-play action. Until next time, Natsumii out.